Hey, we're the new Pornographers. I'm AC Newman.
I'm Kathryn Calder.
I'm John Collins.
And this is What's in My Bag.
This is Due North by Liam Kazar. Liam's currently touring with us, and this is one of my favorite records of the last couple of years. Liam's a very classic songwriter. He's an amazing singer. He's a great guitar player. It has a very specific vibe. It reminds me of like just something very classic.
This is Adrianne Lenker. I don't actually know this record, but there's one song, I've heard the one song and a few off of it, and it is absolutely gorgeous. The song Two Reverse. Anyway, it's really beautiful.
She's so good, it's kind of annoying.
I know, so she's so good. And it's like, just beautiful. I mean, it just looks beautiful.
Crimson trail, straight through state on straight.
This was kind of a no-brainer. We walked in and it was on the shelf by this band, The Pointed Sticks from Vancouver. It was like my favorite band in 1979. I went straight from Kiss to Pointed Sticks, and because I had a cassette that my friend gave me of all the singles, and my cassette is long dead, so I'm kind of stoked to have this.
I don't know how to say their names. They're from Spain. Melenas. This is their debut album from 2017. It's on Trouble in Mind Records, which is one of those labels that I check out everything they put out. I just think they're cool. I think they come from a very similar place. It's like, if you like it, I think I'm probably gonna like it. And so I don't know what this sounds like, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be cool.
Duke Ellington live at Newport. And this is an amazing live record. There's a point in it where the crowd starts to get really rowdy. They get really stoked. I don't know, like...
They're going crazy.
Yeah, they're going crazy, like borderline rioty. You know, like they're getting like really into it. And he kind of calms everybody down. And it's just like a really special capturing of a moment.
I grabbed a couple of these very Partch records. I'll show this one. He created his own scales. He was a real character, and he created his own music to play his own scales. And this one is pretty cool because it came out, I think this is like an original pressing, and it's got a special bonus 12-inch where he talks about all the instruments he made. They look cool. They look like kind of like junkyard instruments.
Couple of King Tubby records. I remember when I was a teenager, I knew a lot of douchey white guys who played in reggae bands. It made me kind of prejudiced towards reggae, because like, that's what douchey white guys listen to. But now, you realize like dub and reggae is some of the greatest music ever made. But it's such a huge world, I don't know where to enter. So I thought King Tubbys meets Rockers Uptown. According to your store here, it's the all-time classic dub album. And this one doesn't have a sticker saying that, so I'm honestly not sure if I'm gonna buy it. Wouldn't kill you to write something like second best dub album ever, and then you'd have a 100% sale from me.
Okay, so this is another record that I haven't heard yet, but love Cate Le Bon. So it's her new record, Pompeii.
Oh, I picked that one too.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh.
Unless you stole mine.
I didn't steal yours. But
stole my idea.
Okay. Well, there were 2 copies of this, I guess. A few copies. There were a few. Anyway, so she's awesome, and I'm excited for the new record.
I heard this record when I was a kid, or when I was a teenager, and thought, this is so much better than Jefferson Airplane. I think this is really good. and I couldn't find the record for it. I never really have seen it around, so to see it, I just thought I should pick it up because there's a couple of really cool sort of psychedelic jams, believe it or not, on this record.
And you just had some kind of mushroom, and your mind is moving slow.
Much like dub reggae, I've always loved like all the Brazilian music I hear, but it's a massive world, and like I don't want to spend like $5,000, putting together an exhaustive collection. So I love when you find collections like this, which I think is a very famous one, David Byrne put together, which I should own already, and maybe I know some of the songs already, but I just love Brazilian music.
Gosto de ficar ao sol, leãozinho, de molhar minha juba.
And of course, this is just a record by Jorge Ben, who is on this. Is that how you say it? Is it Jorge Ben? I feel like somebody who I trust once told me it was Jorge Ben, but let's assume I know what I'm talking about. So I don't know this record, but it's him, and it's called Tropical, and it's Brazilian, and it's from 1976, which seems like a good year for music in general. Although it's only $9.99, which makes me wonder, like, why is it only $9.99? If it was like $25, I'd go, oh, this record must be good. So, I'm not sure.
I'm gonna pick another Brazilian record too, since we're on theme. This one, I don't know if I have it on vinyl, but it's the Tropicália compilation. So good. This record is crazy good. And it has one of my favorite songs, Baby, which was kind of like a wedding song for me.
Baby, baby.
I liked it so, I liked it so
I
much.
noticed there's another song in there, like Panis, how you already say it, Panis Circencis.
Yeah, so good.
Da, 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 da.
So
No
good.
one's gonna guess what song it is from what I just did there.
Well, it's a bit of a tricky one to sing because it is a bit crazy.
Give this gonna go. Something like that.
Mandei fazer de puro aço luminoso punhal.
I picked up this Javanese gamelan record. I don't know this one very well. There's not that many of them, but I don't know this one very well. It's Javanese Indonesian music is really kind of cool. I like it a lot. It's a nice soft music. It's very ambient. It's sort of like one of the original influences on people who were into minimalist music in the 60s and ambient music and stuff. And can't recommend Javanese gamelan music enough.
I alphabetized my records for the first time in about, I don't know how long, 20 or 25 years. And when you do that, you find out you have massive like holes in your collection. You're like, what? And so one of the bands I realized I was missing was Stereolab. Luckily, they've done these amazing reissues that are very exhaustive. Like some of them are like 2-3 records. But I remember at the time like thinking, this is the best band we have right now. I remember thinking like, this is the best band of the 90s.
Bigger slump and bigger wars and a smaller recovery.
Well, since we were talking about ambient music there a little bit, a few times, this is Cluster and Eno. It is John found it actually, and I stole it for this. But it is just a really, really beautiful, peaceful record. I guess at the end it gets a little bit, tiny bit less peaceful, but it is just a really lovely, lovely record, and kind of one of like the best records ever.
Real good, real good.
I mean,
Sounds good in your ears.
Like, trying to I mean, it really is unbelievable. So
If you like listening to things, it's really good.
I've only listened to this a little bit online, but actually Nico texted me and said, do you know this guy? And I did not know of this person. He's having a bit of a resurgence. Mort Garson, courtesy of Patchcord Productions. They're putting out this stuff. And he was a fascinating guy. He was a Canadian electronic musician / session musician slash like TV music creator, and he was a real like studio cat. And
Why the demonic symbols?
because it's a song cycle or an electronic music cycle about the satanic Bible or something like that. I don't know. I think so. It's like it's pretty out there for when it was done, like in the mid '70s. I think not a commercial success.
It's my last one. It's like Stereolab, a band that I've always loved everything I've ever heard by them, but it was a hole in my record collection, and I just got Ladies and Gentlemen, We Are Floating in Space. And so I went to the internet and said, what should I get next? And people seem to like this one, second or third best. And it's the album that came right after Floating in Space. So kind of curious to see where they went to after their masterpiece.
So this is an album many people know, of course, and I'm going to see if I can find some new adjectives, like magnificent or remarkable, groundbreaking.
Don't get too obscure.
Groundbreaking. Obviously, it has "Running Up That Hill," which is made the news for being a #1 song again,
Because of,
however many years later.
The hit show Stranger Things.
Because of the hit show, Stranger Things, and. But also Hounds of Love, also Cloud Busting, also a lot of...
Had you heard of her before you saw the song on Stranger Things?
I had actually.
Oh.
I had.
Me too.
Yeah.
She's good.
Yeah, she's really good. Really good. You said it, really good. Kate Bush. Can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong with Kate Bush.
Can't go wrong.
I don't know this music. I know that Orff, he did like Carmen Burana, right, which is a classic piece everyone knows, but he also created a set of instruments for kids to play, to learn music. He made like a pentatonic set of these little xylophone type objects and drums and stuff, and created a whole system of music for kids to sort of get a grip on music. You can't hit a wrong note on a set of Orff instruments. Very gamelan influenced, actually, or parallel sort of evolution. I don't know how he was or wasn't influenced by gamelan, but I see some similarities, and so I kind of like Orff.
Well, thank you all for shopping with us.
Hey, thanks.
Appreciate having us.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for having us.
Pleasure.
I was listening to the first grace notes of the day play. The sun kept on rising till it floated away. Got to join the bright side.
Amoeba.